feet go sweet, sweet, sweet on a piccolo. No, where you miss the Lord, for we certainly got silent order them all. Did you ever hear feet go sweet, sweet, sweet on a piccolo? No, where you miss the tree, for its melody sweet all the time that couldn't be. Why didn't hit a high note?
Oh my gosh, what a welcome to the show, everybody. Will Robertson, of course, the basics of magic, all kinds of different stuff. We are, of course, Zoomfield Follies. And let me look at the camera here. By the way, if you're on Instagram right now and you're watching me, because I see a bunch of my followers, click on the link, the profile link, and you'll get onto the Facebook, which, by the way, just so you know, we're on Facebook, we're on my YouTube channel. We're on two Facebooks. Of course, this show is being brought to you by my very good friend and old friend of almost 40 years over at Zucchini's Tricks and Things, Brian Whitehead. Zucchini's Tricks and Things on the infamous Cannery Row. There it is. So today I had a bit of a glitch or three, and I made my guests sort of wait at arm's length, or I should say over the water, because I'm very excited that we're doing a segment on the show. I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, doing the Zoomfield Follies and the show, and our good friends over on the other side, Factory of Magic, factoryofmagic.com. We were on I think it was last week with Dean, and basically I said, hey, let's check in with the overseas, you folks in the UK. All right, mate. So today we've got a really cool guest. I'm very excited, and his basically Cyrus. And Cyrus is a really good magician. And Dean said you got to have Cyrus on. So we are having Cyrus on today, and he's waiting in the wings right now. So we're going to do that. Before we get started, of course, Basics of Magic. You can check us out at either Basics of Magic or ZoomfieldFollies.com. Let me tell you something that's really kind of cool is that we've been doing a lot of virtual shows, and you can see by my studio setting, I had my curtains pressed today via green screen. And we're doing a lot of shows, but if you go to the Zoomfield Follies site, I've got a form there if you're trying to do a show, whether it's a magic show or whatever it happens to be, because you know I'm also one of the top trick ropers, gun spinners, whip artists as well. Kind of combine that all in my act, but I got other stuff. I got bubble people. I got all kinds of fun stuff, and it doesn't matter where you're at. We will bring it all to the comfort of your own Zoom. It's like anyway, fact of the matter is that let's launch into our guest. I'm very excited, but before we do that, let me give a little bit of an intro into it. This is a new segment we're doing with the Factory of Magic, and here it goes, the intro.
Little-known magician's secret, a 6, when viewed upside down, will look a lot like a 9.
So our guest for today, Cyrus. Hey, what's up, brother?
Hi.
I'm very excited to have you on. Of course, you are in the UK right now. So what time is it there?
It is now nearly 9:30 in the evening. Oh no, 20 to 10 in the evening.
20 to 10 in the evening. I would have already been through a couple of drinks.
I'm only kidding.
Thanks for coming on the show today. I'm very excited to have you guys on and the Factory of Magic. So
Very well.
let's start in the beginning. I guess the real question for all those people interested in magic, how did you get started? Was it a magic kit? Did you work at a magic shop?
Absolutely. I was 5 when I bought my first magic kit.
Wow.
It was a Paul Daniels magic kit, which is, he was a big magician here in the UK. 80s. I'm showing my age a little, but so I bought the kit and realised I could fool adults with bits of paper and little bits of plastic. And I was,
That's it.
and then out actually a sixth-generation magician. So my dad, my uncle, all the men in my family are all.
Wow.
My uncle former curator of the Magic Circle Museum
So that's kind
here
of
in
a
London.
pressure. Yeah, that's a little bit of pressure if you, it's kind of like being in the family of like accountants or something like that. If were you aware that, obviously not at 5, but were you aware that of the family history of magicians?
No, not until I was at the 90th birthday, and there were about 10 men all in the corner, each one of us going, "You pick a card. No, you pick a card. You pick a card." And then suddenly we all made the familiar and realised that obviously we're all Russells, we're all from the same side of the family, we're all these, magic workers, and creators, inventors,
Well,
and performers.
yeah, it's better than that 9th birthday looking and finding throughout your party that you're mob members.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't have minded it.
um, Factory of Magic. Wow, you guys are. First of all, Dean, we had him on the show, and you guys are all
Dean's a
fascinating.
powerhouse.
Yeah, the site's beautiful, the quality of what you guys are doing. How is Magic doing in the UK? Is it just blowing
It's been
up?
very tough. I'm sure, as you know, for everyone, it's been tough with no live events face to face. Everyone's had to change what they're doing, change dynamics, home studios, take on board the Zoom thing, and diversify because, if you can't do it face to face, there's still ways of entertaining people. There's still ways of doing it and doing it well, and still providing as much entertainment as we used to.
Are you doing Zoom or virtual shows?
I've done a number of Zoom shows. I've done some tuition online, which I've always done anyway. I've always done tuition online and mentoring. So yeah, that hasn't changed in a sense, but I've certainly done more online shows which I've never done before. So that was completely new to me. And took a couple to slim down the button click, the waffle.
What's the most difficult part about doing, and I know it's because you're not there, because as a performer magician myself, you can do this all day long and say stop or whatever, but what do you think the most difficult part as a performer um, is for you?
For Zoom shows, you mean?
Yeah, virtual, yeah.
It's the technical aspect in terms of things like now an international delay. So I say stop for me, and I've already got to the bottom of the card before you say stop for me.
Yeah. So that's where you're a true mind reader. A mind reader would go, "Oh, you said stop, right?" Yeah.
Oh, exactly. I mean, this is the thing. The thing we're doing, that kind of mentalism stuff. Stop wherever you like. Who'd know, right? Who'd know?
Oh, that's not where I said. No, I didn't say
Yeah,
there.
no, right.
I would say that if magicians that are not funny or humorous magicians might find it a little bit more difficult because, and you definitely have a really cool dark mystique about you, and I've seen your stuff, so because I imagine you have to come up with a lot of one-liners. What's that?
I like fire. That kind of goes part and parcel. So I juggle fire as well.
Do you?
My dad was always fireeating when I was a kid, so I've got a bit of an affinity with fire, and so I have to do a bit of dark magic. You can't really do balloons and watching things.
So FYI,
I mean,
I'm sure. Right. I'm sure Dean didn't tell you this, but I worked for Cirque du Soleil for 4 years in Vegas, and I'm one of the top trick ropers, but I'm one of the only 2 or 3 people I do Kevlar fire ropes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm a cowboy, but I jump in and out of fire. I'd love to see what you're doing, and there's not a lot of us fire performers.
Floating fireballs and standard 3-club fire juggling. And my scenic trick, which we'll feature later. So as a creator, I try and wherever I can into them.
That's awesome.
And so Phoenix, I released that last year's convention. Exactly that.
So we don't get the unfortunate part is that we don't get an opportunity right now unless you're doing your Zoom in a warehouse to do a lot of that. I do fire whips as well, and I can't really do it here because this is my studio and it might be a
I
little
have to
difficult.
park up the road, so I just go and juggle fire in the park and get funny looks from the locals. There's a
Yeah,
video I made for juggling fire this summer, so
but
check that out on my Instagram. Sarah's Magic.
but the good thing about us being fire performers is that we don't have to worry about social distancing. I'm just
No,
saying.
well, you'd be surprised.
Is that real?
In the middle,
Is that real?
in the middle of juggling this summer, I had my headphones on and my back to someone, and they approached me close enough to tap me on the shoulder, but I didn't know they were there yet. Scared the living daylights out of me, nearly set the place on fire. I took my earphone out, and his first question was, "Is that fire?" Not, "Is that hot?" Or "Is that dangerous?" Or "Is that," not "Is that anything?" "Is that fire?" Which I replied, "Well, yeah." He replied, "Well, why isn't it exploding everywhere?"
Did you then
And I
ask
said,
them? Did you ask them
"Well,
if they
no." I
ever get
then
out
said,
of the house?
"You know how a lighter works, right?" And he said,
Wow.
"Yeah." And I said, "Well, that doesn't explode everywhere either." And he went, "Oh, right. Just left." So,
But just so we're clear, that person doesn't get out of the house much. Just saying.
clearly not. No, I mean, this was the middle of the last lockdown in London, so maybe they hadn't spoken to humans for a while and just reverted back to caveman and were drawn in by the fire.
Hey, let's go into another question. Someone decides that they want to get into magic, which, by the way, folks, you can go to basicsofmagic.com. We've got tons of magic there online, a lot of great starter stuff, and also lessons if you're interested in virtual lessons. A lot of the performers, which I will be talking to Dean over at Factory soon. If you like, you can book a virtual entertainment or lesson. But if you're interested, Basics of Magic has a lot of great magic we can ship to you no matter where you're at. With the question of people getting into magic, Cyrus, what would be do you have a tip if someone says, "Oh, I really want to get into magic"? Could you tell me that I should know?
What can I tell you that you should know? Learn to read.
Learn what?
To read. Book.
Physical books.
Yeah. Actual books with words in them written down by another person who is expressing their intent through paper rather than a video.
Yeah. I had this conversation, I think, with Pop Hayden here in the States. And I'm not sure who. Yeah. And we talked about it, and I have it's over there, but I have one of my favorite books that I grew up with, magic-wise, was the Encyclopedia of, it's a green one. Had all kind. I learned my Downs palm through it, and on how to do the coin up, all this stuff. And you know what? I still take, even though, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of nice if you watch a video and you go, "Oh, I get it," and because I'm a visual. But there is nothing. It's kind of like doing card tricks without cards. I mean, there's just so much video, YouTube you can watch, and unfortunately, there's so much bad that unfortunately, you need to smell it and go, ooh, and sit down at here's my pad, my close-up pad, and just go, boom, boom, and then look at it and go. We know it's hard to read magic. We know. But the fact is that
before the videos easily available on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine going back. I can't imagine going back to when I started and just being a video magician because having these books stacked up and just taking one in your area, because I'm all about the thing, the effect, because I've been an actor for 40 years and, you know, getting into it and the character or whatever you want to call it. And you can't really do that by clicking the button.
No. You need to feel the role you want to be, and feel the mission you want to sort of portray.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
again, I've got a great actor in voiceover work. Same as yourself, was in the Da Vinci Code movie and plenty of other stuff. You know, it definitely has a grounding in acting because as everyone says, you're an actor playing the part of a magician.
Right. Well, when I started in 1981, I remember a really well-known magician at the time, Roy Slater, a Magic Castle magician and so on, said, "Hey, if you really," he goes, "you're really good, but if you want to be really, really good and excellent, become an actor first. Be an actor, then be a magician. Don't be a magician. I mean, either way, what I'm saying to you is go out and do theater." And I, 30 years later, a billion shows, and I can tell you that I understand why he said that because, and we know this, there's a lot of magicians who technically can, basically do anything, but they're boring as all get out. And the reason why
Well,
is
exactly.
because,
Yeah, I think you kept on asking me about do I have one-liners, and I mean it's all about the entertainment side of things. If you can't interact with humans on their level, I don't think it's nearly as entertaining. Personally, you need to relate to the people you're talking to. It's okay to be aloof if that's your passion, right?
yeah,
But if you're doing the kind of stuff that we do, usually quite upbeat and jovial and fun,
yeah,
then obviously you need to have an upbeat and jovial character. Otherwise, it doesn't come across as fun,
no,
and it comes across more as a challenge,
right,
which will face more challenges
absolutely,
because people will challenge you to try and catch you out and things like that if you pose it as me against you. But if you have it on an even hill and you're in this together on a journey and an adventure of magic and fun, then obviously everyone's along for the ride.
absolutely. And I talk about this on the show a lot to magicians or non-magicians and say, nowadays we have what we call, I can't do it here unless I stand up on the thing, but we call it crotch magicians.
Oh,
They do
yeah,
it all
yeah.
here. And that makes me crazy because
Yeah.
I know that we already have a problem. I mean, you're old enough, you understand. We already have a problem with the fact that most of our younger kids, because I got a 6 and a 10-year-old brother, and I'm telling you right now, they're all Minecrafting, and it's like,
Yes,
I need
yeah.
you to do this. Look at me, and I need you to try to engage and do something and whatever. But crotch magic is people going, I learned how to do a move, and cardistry is dope. It's awesome. But
Yeah,
if you don't
nothing
have
wrong with
anything,
it.
yeah,
Business. It's fine.
it's fine. But you know what? The point is, hey, I got a dog that does tricks too. So, hey, Cyrus, we're going to take a look at a video that you did, and then we'll come back and finish up. Hang tight, everybody. Watch this video.
Have you heard the story of the Phoenix? You're aware of the Phoenix resurrecting from the ashes. We're going to try and do something similar with a playing card, okay? Now, in order to do so, to use one mythical beast, we need another mythical beast. So in this case, I have here Dragon Tears. So a genuine bottle of Dragon Tears. If you'd like to open them, have a little smell for me. Do be careful. Dragon Tears are quite flammable. In fact, they're one of the most flammable. You need to push and twist. Safety first. Don't get too close. Woo! Quite strong, aren't they, the Dragon Tears? So we'll leave those there, we're going to use those in a second. Excellent. Now, I'm going to run through the cards like this, and you're going to say stop for me, any point you like. Before I run out of cards, though, here, okay. Stop. Excellent. Here, take this card, show it to everyone. In fact, show it to the camera. I've seen this trick before, it doesn't even matter if I see it. So look. Brilliant. That'll make it easier later on. Don't show the magician. It's fine. I've seen this trick before. Now, what I like to do is I like to fold the card in half. Do a nice crease down the middle. Make sure you do it nice and carefully. And whatever you do, make sure you do it long ways. Oh, no, that's fine. Square it up. And then again do it long ways. Yeah, perfect. So now you're folding it sideways and long ways. Excellent. Open up the card for me. And I'd like you to tear down one of those folds. Anyone you like. Tear straight down. Yeah, right the way down. Excellent. Keep going. Pass one to this gentleman for me. And I'd like you to do the same, guys. Both tear down the centres. I'll take one if you'd be so kind, and you can give the other pieces another bit of a tear. Rip them up for me. Excellent. Get them all nice and taut. That's wonderful. We're going to stack up all the pieces on my hand. Very good. One more. Are you happy like that? Big pieces. Okay. Some people want them larger and smaller. Show me your hands. Nobody's got a receipt. Okay, grab one of these for me. That'll be your receipt. No one can take that away from you. Keep it nice and safe. The rest of the pieces go on top of the deck like so.
We have to refill the smoke.
Now, much like a phoenix is resurrected from the flames, we're going to try and resurrect your card from the fire using the dragon tears. Come on over, have a look, guys. Dragon tears are extremely flammable.
Yeah, it's for
Don't try this at home. Don't use too many, okay? 2 is usually more than enough. As I said, guys, don't try this at home. Just like this. Now, as you can see, we've restored the card. It's a little bit warm. Now, close that, you'll catch a fly. Now, please pick up the card, have a look, make sure your corner matches that corner. Hi, Craig. Hey, how you doing? Fine, yourself? Incredible. Just a regular deck of cards at the end. Thank you so much. You can keep that as a souvenir. Fold that up.
Yeah, that's
Hi.
awesome.
Thank you. So that was quite nice. It was at Blackpool Convention this year. Blackpool is the world's biggest magic convention, I believe.
Wow.
And
I was wondering,
this
I'm
year,
like, at first it was like watching NASCAR and all these lines of cars, high performance cars. I'm like, there's like 5 magicians there. Why? But
so that was on the Vorst and Bosch stand. Vorst and Bosch make the most beautiful close-up pads you'll ever see in your life.
Really?
I guarantee once you've had a Vorst and Bosch pad, you won't ever want another pad. They've got vegan options, they've got full color options. Check them out. Vorst and Bosch are based in the Netherlands. Check them out; they're amazing.
send me that in direct message, by the way.
Certainly will do, yeah, no problem. And so they were lucky. I was lucky enough to be working on their stand. Friends with the owner, he said you'd be perfect promoting your new effects on our new boards. And I believe the board was sell out at the convention.
I'm putting
as was my trip.
I'm putting your hold on a second. I'm putting your Instagram in here. Hold on a second as well, so people can check you out. Cyrus
Thanks.
Magic.
Just everything is Cyrus Magic. YouTube, Cyrus Magic. Instagram, Cyrus Magic.
Awesome.
SIRUS.
There we go.
Like Sirius, Harry Potter, not like mine.
There you go. There it is.
And so, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, perfect.
That's wonderful.
And so, obviously, you know, that leads me into creating. As a creator, it's what I mostly do. So, I've done ad campaigns for Millfield's Christmas campaign. That was last Christmas for them, and they flew me out to Amsterdam. It's a lot of fun. And I was the hands of the campaign as well. So it's actually my hands in the ad doing the magic.
You know what? I'll tell you. I don't usually give performers a compliment on the show, but one thing I like about what you do, Cyrus, is that you have and take this, you know, from an actor here in Hollywood of almost 40 years, is that you got a really great look that doesn't look like you're forcing that you're mysterious, because you're mysterious, dude.
You figured me out.
And watching, that's me in 3D. But the cool thing I like about it is that, and this is a really important thing. Let's talk a little bit, and then I'll let you go on philosophy of magic. And
Yeah.
my philosophy, you talked about it in the beginning. I'm assuming you're at least 25. And
Uh,
yeah, I'm choking on my
at
gum
least.
at least. But the cool thing is that when I talked about magic and everything, you immediately went into the character, and I kind of like to be careful about talking about magic, magicians, and character because there's a lot of hokey out there, a lot of hokey,
Yeah.
and I've seen a lot of hokey, especially on Zooms and virtual stuff, and people going, "I am a magician." And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
okay,
that
cool, yeah.
particular
But
bugbear. This
and it
Zoom.
looks forced, and it looks forced. But watching you, interesting because watching you here in this interview, and then seeing you with your hair and doing your thing, you kind of
Same
remind me.
guy.
That's, did you really cut it? No, you didn't. I could
No,
see.
it's still there. It's still there.
Oh, okay, good. But again, I can see. And are you? Have you delved into acting as an acting?
Yes, yeah. Since I was a little kid, I was in TV shows when I was little, so it's my grounding, voice work and things
Yeah,
like that.
because in Hollywood here, we know, again, almost 40 years, we know that the best way to be a professional actor and become an A-lister is to have a British accent.
Oh, of course, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh
But we
well.
don't feel like that. Some of us are Cockney geezers, you know what I mean?
But finishing that up is that I gotta believe that you didn't go, I'm in magic, I'm going to develop this character and I'm going to I imagine that you just sort of did enough shows and you seem like a busker and a street performer like myself where you
Yeah.
kind of just do
Well,
it and you kind of
I've had a store in Camden Market in London for 15, 20 years, so it's all about street performing and busking. And until you mentioned it just now, I wasn't actually aware it was a character. It's just me.
yeah. Yeah. No, and same thing here. People go, "Oh, the honest huckster. How did you develop that?" I'm like, "Develop it." My family calls me PT Barnum.
Nice, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can sell ice to the Eskimos in water form.
Same. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been working at markets since I was a little kid as well. My uncle's market stall. So again, nice to the Eskimos. We're cut from
right,
the same cloth.
right. So last thing I want to ask you is that if people want to find you, of course, you can go to Cyrus Magic on Instagram. On Factory of Magic, you have a presence there as well, and our good friends over
Absolutely.
there.
On
Yeah.
both of the Instagrams, and if you want to check out videos of me doing stuff, you can go to my YouTube, which is also just Cyrus Magic's YouTube channel.
Awesome. And if you're interested in booking this young man for any particular reason, magical wise, you can go to factoryofmagic.com, click on it, and it's an
Yeah, I'm
awesome
available
site.
for consultancy, performance, tutoring, mentoring, creating. Because of the age of 3D printing now, literally you can explain it in a really bad sketch, and I'll make it for you in 3D.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate your time on the show, brother. I hope to have you come back sometime.
Pleasure.
And go ahead. Oh, nice. He likes fire. That's a friend of mine. Someday we'll come back on the show and I'll tell you when I lived. I'm from Chicago. I'll tell you when I was a little kid how I have a record for setting my bedroom on fire. It wasn't on purpose, but we'll talk about that
I'll
later.
see you and raise you. I'll see you and raise you. They got thrown out of the Chester Children's Toy Museum for flicking matches. You know the trick where you stand the matches on the matchbox and you go pew pew. So I got thrown out of the Children's Toy Museum.
Yeah,
Back in the day, security guards were allowed to accost children. So the security guard grabbed my ear like an English comic book, dragged me towards my mother, and said, "Does this belong to you?"
Oh my God.
To which my mum was extremely embarrassed. We left very quickly, and she never let me live it down.
There you go. So we would call that a bobby, right? Wouldn't that be a
Yeah.
bobby? A bobby. And by the way, you did say your age because you said matches, and there's about 25 people right now going, "The hell is a match?"
Yeah,
What's a
yeah,
match?
definitely. Yeah,
My
match was
friend,
damn.
my friend, it's a pleasure. Of course, thank you for visiting us, the Factory of Magic, and we will
It's
talk to
such
you
a pleasure
soon.
to be here with you.
Yeah,
Just
and make
all
sure
I
you
can
send
suggest
me.
to people, final word of advice is stay creative. You
Make
know,
sure
if
you
you
send
see a
me.
circle,
Oh, nice,
right? If you see a circle, just try and make it into a square,
nice. That's
right?
very
Think
cool.
outside the box.
Oh, that's good. I get it. Motivational speaker. Hey, we'll talk to you soon. Hey, make sure you send me a direct message on those close-up pads. I want to see what they are. And
Yeah,
thank you
they're
very
beautiful.
much. Be
You won't
well.
regret it.
Happy holidays, my friend.
Yes, happy Festivus to all of us.
That's right. Oh, very good. And tonight is what do you call it? 20 is we're celebrating. We always do. We make a little cave and
Oh,
solstice.
enjoy it.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Thank
of
you very
course.
much.
Solstice, longest, shortest day.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother. C. Be well. All right, everybody. That is us hanging out and me doing the show, Zoomfield Follies. A little off sorts here, just because unfortunately, it never really fails. But technology, see, like over right there. No, damn, I can't figure this out here. There. See that little green area right there? There, it went away, but it'll come back. Anyway, all kinds of fun stuff. Hey, if you're interested in booking a virtual show, by the way, this is my Zucchinis, Tricks, and Things mug, which is normally green, but because of the green screen, it's fire. It's on fire. Check us out if you're looking for magic for the kids for Christmas. You can check out basicsofmagic.com, or if you're interested in seeing a performance of myself, Honest Huckster, or any of the other magicians I have, you can go check us out at, of course, the Zoomfield Follies page, and soon to come, virtualpartyentertainer.com. All right, everybody, be well, be safe, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.